Good afternoon, Marty Maniacs. This is Marty Mania. So this week, a lot of things happened. Extreme Rules was Sunday. I'm coming to you flying solo this week, all alone by myself. This week's merch is a John Cena hat. It says, live fast, fight hard. I don't really know why that was a logo, but I really like the shape of the hat because it looked like a military hat, so it was cool. I had to wear it backwards because when I wear it like this, it shades my eyes and I look like I'm trying to be a gangster, and I'm not under any circumstances. So I'm going to rock it Ashley Massaro style and put it backwards for this week's Marty Mania. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone out there for making, getting me to over 1,000 views on Marty Mania. We have a mashup coming up. It should be up soon, just little bits and pieces from each episode of the show. And next week we'll be introducing a new segment. We don't know exactly what it's going to be called yet, but it's going to be like a rumor mill roundup deal. Going to be on a bunch of different dirt sheets and addressing different rumors and showing how they usually never actually happen. So that's what we're going to do. And my sister, Straight Air Sweetheart, is going to be running that for me. So anyway, so let's jump right into it. This week's episode of Raw, we're going to go match by match this week. That way I make sure I don't forget anything, because I always forget something. So, to open Raw, Brock Lesnar and John Laurinaitis were, talking about something, and then Triple H and his nostrils came back, and they were arguing back and forth, and eventually led to Brock Lesnar beating the hell out of Triple H. I guess he's must be ready to come back, because no, he's not coming back because they broke his arm, but it was not enough to stop him from going to the huge fight Sunday night with Floyd Mayweather. That was just so random to me. Was it random to anyone else? Anyway, it was random to me. So this week there was a Beat the Clock tournament to see who's going to face CM Punk for the WWE title at Over the Limit, which I know there's a lot of CM Punk fans out there, but I have to stress again, he is so boring as the champion. Pipe bombs don't work for me, I guess, because when they were talking about facing the WWE champion, I kept waiting for them to say who it was. I keep forgetting it's CM Punk. I know y'all hate John Cena, but it's actually his belt. I mean, he made that belt, so maybe he should have it back. I don't know. And I'm tired of them resurrecting wrestlers for him to fight. Well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, so The Miz fought Santino Marella in what was one of the worst matches I've seen in a really, really long time. I don't know why it was so bad. And what's funny about it is they kept talking about how it was so fast-paced, when actually it was gone in slow motion. I felt like someone was telling them, clothesline, arm drag, pin him, hurry up, Miz, hurry up. It was so boring. It was good to see The Miz, though. I feel like he didn't get as much time as he should, but now he's out there again. So the Bella Twins got fired, which I used to hate the Bella Twins, but now they don't bother me that much. Really, none of the divas do. One of my favorite divas, Layla, came back. Sunday at Extreme Rules, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, her new demeanor reminds me a lot of Trish Stratus, which is, of course, an honor for any diva to be compared to Trish Stratus. Just her mannerisms and the way she moves is really, it's really cool. And then there was another Beat the Clock tournament match, which was the Big Show and Chris Jericho, which Chris Jericho was, it was a no count-out match or something. But Chris Jericho and the Big Show fought, and I don't think anyone thought the Big Show was going to win his match and fight CM Punk for the WWE Championship, because really, why would that happen? But the thing is, I thought Chris Jericho was going to win again and do another round with CM Punk, because this has been the most interesting CM Punk battle so far to me. It keeps it fresh, when CM Punk, to me, like I said earlier, is boring. So there was Brodus Clay and JTG. They had a match. I don't really see the point in that. Oh, you know what I noticed this week, by the way? That the non-Naomi dancer is the girl from Tough Enough that got eliminated first. The one that said her favorite match was like, I don't know, Alicia Fox and Melina or something. She got a WWE contract, and Caval does not. WWE, maybe it's time to reevaluate things. Yes, Naomi is amazing. Yes, she should have that contract in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I think her real name is Arian. No. Flag on the plate with that one. There is no way in the world that she should have a contract when she thinks Alicia Fox versus Melina was the best match in WWE history. Not taking anything from those two girls, but we're talking about history. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Alicia Fox and Melina. Anyway, so Brodus Clay and JTG had a match. It was good to see JTG. I don't really watch NXT that much, so I don't see him that often, but he's bulking up, looked huge. I don't even remember who won that match because it was dumb. Brodus Clay, I think, won, and he brings the kids in the ring now. I think that's great, though, because it's getting wrestling back to who it should be for, and the kids are watching it, and they're dancing, and they're doing their little, you know, I don't know what it's called, pterodactyl or whatever. So there was the next Beat the Clock match was Randy Orton and Jack Swagger. I think Miz had set the time by this point in the game, and Randy Orton and Jack Swagger, really, if you think about it, it could have been a really good match. Was it a really good match? Randy Orton is boring to me. I said this 100 times. He's not entertaining to me. He punches the mat. He's always drooling. He's always feeling on himself. Randy Orton just doesn't do much for me. He won the match. Big surprise there. Who thought Randy Orton was going to lose? I mean, he not only won the match, but he set the time. So he was the WWE title contender, whatever. Then came Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, who defeated Epico, Primo, and Rosa Mendez. Not even her booty shorts could save them that title, though, because they lost to Kofi and R-Truth, which Kofi Kingston is kind of tag team whore. That dude will jump with anyone who's going to reach their hand over that thing. He will tag them and at some point become a champion. Who in the WWE hates the Usos that the Usos have not even gotten a title shot yet? Kofi Kingston ran into R-Truth backstage and was like, we could probably get the titles, let's go. And they gave it to him. The Usos are there every week working and competing and winning matches, and they never got a title shot. And I don't know how that happened. Anyway, Kane and the Great Khali fought, and it was slow and painful to watch. Daniel Bryan then fought Jerry the King Lawler, which I love Legends. We talked about Legends last week, but did anybody think for a second that Jerry the King Lawler was going to win that match? I didn't think so either. I was like, oh, look, Jerry's got his old ring attire on. Good for him. But then I was like, okay, give it to Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan won, beat the clock, and is going to face CM Punk at Over the Limit. The internet, rejoice. I know you guys are excited about that match that to me is just going to be boring. Technique-wise, it'll be great, but technique-wise, I ain't paying $50 to watch No Limit, Over the Limit, whatever it is. I'm not paying that much for that match. I understand Daniel Bryan is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I understand CM Punk is bigger than Jesus. I get all that. I know that the smart wrestling fans feel that way, but I just don't think either one of them is that entertaining. Match better not be the main event, because did we not learn our lesson the time Zack Ryder, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan were all champions? Remember the next night on Raw they did the thing that came through the crowd? And CM Punk came through the crowd like Sabu would come through the crowd. He's like, yeah, don't touch me. I don't like you. But they were for the people, even though it was like the lowest rated segment ever. I changed the channel because I was like, I could go sit outside and watch 3 people talk that I don't care about. So it was just, I mean, I think the WWE is trying to give the fans what they want, but I don't know how many fans actually truly want this and how many are online typing like, I'm going to be the cool guy and say I like CM Punk. I'm going to be the cool girl and say I like Daniel Bryan. I don't know if anyone actually is going to sit and watch that match. I don't think it's going to be that great. I think people are going to say it's great no matter what they do. They could go out there and fight like this, and people would love it because of CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. It is what it is. Honesty. It's the best policy. And then to round out Monday Night Raw, John Laurinaitis apparently put his wrestling boots back on for a minute because he beat the hell out of John Cena. Him, Laura Tensai, and the guy with the rice, I don't know his name, but Laura Tensai's buddy that comes out with him or whatever. And what's funny about that is everyone started to get in on the action. It's like the rice guy kicked Cena, Laura Tensai beat Cena, John Laurinaitis was running against the ropes, bouncing off the ropes and stuff to beat John Cena up, and it was like everyone got in. Everyone that had any issue with John Cena beat him that night. Like, I thought the first like 3 rows of people were gonna come up and just start hitting him. I thought the guy that was taking the tickets at the door was gonna just get in and hit him with a pipe. And then, anyway, long story short, John Laurinaitis is gonna fight John Cena at Over the Limit. And if it were me, if I was CM Punk, I'd be insulted because all the time CM Punk tried to get under his skin and tried to fight John Laurinaitis is like, oh, Punk, I do what's best for business. You're not going to fight me. I actually like you, Punk. So he kept doing that, and he never fought John Laurinaitis. But John Cena, I don't even think he actually did anything to John Laurinaitis. He was like, you know what? I don't like you. Your ass is grass. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the fans with John Cena, which I don't know. But unless they find some new competition for John Cena, or they can put someone on a bigger scale that can handle a match with John Cena, they're gonna have to do something to get John back with the regular roster, because he don't even have competition anymore. I mean, when you think about it, he's so big now. He doesn't need a belt. He doesn't need CM Punk. He doesn't need, anybody. Him and Edge had great matches. I think, what would be good? If they put him against Randy Orton again. I think that would be good. Because Orton just keeps bouncing from opponent to opponent anyway. Put him against John Cena. I think that would be good, because it would be like, who's the best? I'm the best. The girls love me. No, I'm the best. The girls love me. It'd be good. I think it'd be a good match. So, anyway, let's get into SmackDown. I have my card up here. To open SmackDown, there was a World Heavyweight Champion fight. I don't know. Sheamus fought Daniel Bryan, whatever. I like that Sheamus took the yes chance and turned it around and used it against Daniel Bryan. That was cool. So Sheamus and Daniel Bryan are fighting, and Ricardo Rodriguez hits a crossbody from the turnbuckle. Why can't I remember that word? Before all you internet fans start leaving me comments, I already know he wrestles in FCW. I read the internet too. I know that. I get that. But show-wise, I like to keep it bell to bell. Show-wise, he's not a wrestler, so it just came from nowhere when he just crossbodied Sheamus. But anyway, so wound up being no disqualification. Eve showed up dressed like Sarah Palin, told them to go get out her office, blah, blah, whatever. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston beat Unico and Camacho, who I like Unico and Camacho. I think they're cool. Camacho had on the tightest pants I've ever seen. His pants were so tight. But anyway, it was an okay match. I like that Camacho Unico slapped little Jimmy. There it is. And once again, the Usos had no TV time. Nor did my honey, Darren Young. He didn't get any TV time either, and that's messed up. Put Darren Young on TV. Why not? Brodus Clay fought Jack Swagger and won because I think Jack Swagger left or something. He got counted out on purpose or whatever. But ever since they made RAW Supershows every week, I feel like I keep seeing the same people over and over again. I thought when there was a RAW Super Show that it was going to give more of the younger SmackDown, the lower card SmackDown or higher card. I don't know how that works. The ones that aren't as important, you know what I mean. I thought it was going to give them more time because they would have got their time on Raw. The main guys would have got their time on Raw, but nope. I just had to see Jack Swagger 2 times in a week and Brodus Clay 2 times in a week. Why? When we could have watched Tyson Kidd. It was dumb. So, what's the name? Damien Sandow, the guy. I like this guy. I think he's going to be a big deal sooner or later. He came out, he did